Hi guys, today I just want to show you some of the painting supplies that I have here that I use for my paintings. But I don't use all these brushes, but when I buy a package of brushes I end up getting some strange brushes that I don't even bother to use right away until I need them. If you want to just play along with me today, this will make a good live streaming video, but I really don't know how to do that yet too much. I did a couple, but they didn't come out very good. But for now, we'll pretend we're live. So you can just leave some comments below what you'd like for me to show you. But if you want to play along with me right now, just get a palette and put some white paint on there and some red, yellow, and blue. That's your primary colors, and you don't need anything else, okay? You don't need, all you need are those three colors, and you can get every color that you want from those three colors, okay? Save you a lot of money in paints. So I haven't used some of these brushes, so I'm just going to wing it, all right? So I don't even know what some of these are called, but this brush here, just look at the top of that. You can even see through it. Isn't that amazing? I never even seen one of those because I didn't have any use for it. But I would probably use this for, like, if I wanted to say we had a cabin, or you know, you want to put old wood on a house. I'm just going to dip it in some water and see how it separates a bit more there now. So I'm just going to tap it off, and if I want to bring it together a little more, I'll just play with it there, and I will pull it through some paint. I'm just going to use some blue paint for now. Like I said, I'm not just playing along. Let's just play along together for a bit of fun, and you might be able to pick up a few tips or some tricks or something, you know. So whenever something comes to my head, I like to film it, put it on video for you, because I'm always thinking about you guys, because you guys are so nice to me, and you're always making really nice comments and everything. So I want to do this to see if I can come up with all kinds of good stuff for you. So with this brush, as you can see, it makes itself separate. Let's see what that looks like. So say you were doing some old wood on a cabin. You pull that down and it would separate for you, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that now. There we go. Alright, so there we got some streaks there. I'm going to wet my brush again, and I'm not going to put any paint on it this time. I'm just going to see what happens there. Let's just experiment and have some fun. So let's pull that down, and you get, so with less paint, you're going to get these kind of streaks. Okay, so experiment with your paints and your brushes. Whatever brush you got. You may have a brush there you may think you get no use out of, and then you try a few things and all of a sudden you see, oh, I can use that for this or that. So these brushes, so if too much paint on it, it'll still give you the lines. And then just, let's say we add some water to it. Tap it off in your tissue. Let's see what happens here. So it goes together, right? And we don't want it to go together. We want it to separate like that. So let's put more paint on it. And we will drag it down. And see how it skips over. That would be really nice on make an old wood cabin. And there we go. So once you put paint on it, the brushes do go together a little bit more, but then when you put a little bit of water on it and clean it off a little, then you can still use it like that. See? Still use it. It's just more water on it, and that'll give you that kind of an effect. That's pretty cool. So that's a different kind of brush. It's probably a rake brush. I'm sorry, a rake brush. This one is gosh, it's, I don't know, it's number 10 or something. But anyway, all the different brands have different size brushes, okay? So you'll have to just make sure they're not too big, unless you're working on a huge canvas. Your brush is going to be much bigger. This one here is another one that has a little bit of a rake to it. Hard to see it there, but it does. See, Let's try it out anyway and see what happens. I'm going to dip it in water, wipe it off my tissue, pull it through the paint, and see what that does. I'm going to go on the tip of the brush and pull down. It does basically the same thing. My hand is wiggling because like I say, I'm always in an odd position. But, you know, it gives that effect. And if that was on a cabin, if you had an old house and you wanted to make look like wood, or even a birdhouse, or an old fence, you know, that would be nice for that. See, something like that, kind of an old log, right? You know, that's the kind of effect you'll get with those brushes, a rake brush. All right, it makes life a little easier for you, and it looks cool. It looks good, doesn't it? Right? So that would be good for that kind of thing. It would also be good for a nice little old cabin like that. See how I used it to scrape these lines on? And I got some videos that I did on that. I should put some links down there for you so you can look at this painting and see how I got those. I used those brushes on these, make it look like wood. And that's what else you would use it for. Now the next brushes we could use are, I'm just going to pick up whatever I got here now. What's this one? This one is a round brush with a sharp tip on the front, on here. Let's see what that will do. Let's see if we can get any use out of that one. So I wet it. I always wet my brush. And I'm going to pull it through some red for a change. And I'm going to see what this does. We could probably make some nice squiggly lines, like for flowers. Stuff like that. You could probably touch, make some nice flowers. Say you put red on one side of your brush, right, and yellow on the other. Now you might have some of these brushes and you're like, how do I use them? What am I going to use those for? So if we're lucky and you see these brushes here, and then at least you'll have some idea what to do with them. And just experiment with your brushes and have fun. So I just got the red side down and the yellow side up, and I'm just going to get some more yellow paint that didn't come out. So let's try again. This is how I figure things out with my brushes. We got some nice little flowers going on there. I'm going to try the yellow side down and the red side up. You get an orangey one there, nice. I'm going to turn to another side. Just turn it from side to side to see what's going on. Oh yeah, nice. See, and you can just touch and make some nice flowers. And you can, the very tip of the brush is really nice for making these nice shapes. Isn't that cool? So you can take the tip of the brush, because it's so pointy. It's big and thick, but the top of it is so pointy. You can do all kinds of things with it for flowers. Look, isn't that cool? So you're making some nice squiggly lines, straight lines, some flowers. Touch and lift, touch and pull and lift. Well, that didn't come out very good, did it? But you know what? It's good to experiment though, isn't it? It's because it's fun. You just sit there and relax all day and just take all your brushes and move them around, add paint to them, see what they can do for you. Let's try just touching and pushing and see what happens. Yeah, get a nice little flower there. Maybe just making twirls. Maybe twirl it around and see what happens there. There we go. Just twirl it around. That gives a nice effect there. We had two colors. Maybe you could take a bit of white on the very tip and make a little rose. There we go, little rose. Alright, so you can experiment with your brushes if you have one like that. How about this beautiful big Filbert brush? Look at that. Now you get these in different sizes. This is a fairly big one, but it's not huge, but it's big. So also I'm going to dip that in my water, wipe it off my tissue, and I'm going to put some paint on there. Now, I was telling you about, now I'm not going to go into color mixing right now, but I will do I did a couple of videos on color mixing. But you know, if you use 3 of these paints, you don't need it. You can make brown, gray, greens, all kinds of different color greens, and all kinds of stuff. Purples. But anyway, I'm just going to take it. I'm going to show you how pretty you can get a green with, purple. Let's go purple. Look, you can make a nice purple on the blue side by adding more blue. On the red side, you add more red. And a bit of white. Look at that nice lavender color. Isn't that pretty? So, but I will, I'll probably do a video on color mixing with just these 3. Yeah, any little tips that you can get from the videos is great. It helps a lot. So I just got some paint on here. I'm going to put some purple paint on there. Maybe I'm going to put a bit of white on the edge here. I'm just playing around, just trying to see what's going to happen. So with the Filbert, of course, you're going to get some really nice flowers. Let's try flat down first. Flat. Oh, look at that nice pretty flower. Just touch, just put your paint on. You can put the white on a corner or you can put it on the top. And touch, push. Look at that pretty flower. I mean, you don't have to do anything. It's amazing. Well, let's turn it to the side. Let's turn it to the side this way. Touch and see what happens. Nice longer flower. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I want to get more paint. I'm going to put purple on one side and white on the other. And let's see what else we can do. Let's just do that again. Touch and push. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Or let's see what else we can do. Let's see. How about we put the white side down and lift. Nice. How about if we touch and pull and lift and turn. Oh, look at that. That's cute, isn't it? Nice. Clean that brush up a little bit. I just want to try cleaning my brush really good. Touch the bottom of your, beat it up, beat it up, beat it up. And that way all the paint will come off, okay? So there won't be any paint left on your brush if you beat it on the bottom of your glass jar or whatever jar you're using. Just watch this. Now, if you take some yellow and you take some blue, where are you? There you are. Look at that beautiful dark green you're going to get. Isn't that gorgeous? Just look at that. Now you take that dark green and then you put some yellow in the edge. Let's see if we can get I don't know, let's see if we can get a nice leaf or something. So I'm just going, you can even use the tip of the brush, the chisel edge, and just pull through and you get these really nice, you can use them for stems, right? And then when you get your stem, you can touch on the chisel edge and pull up. You get a really nice leaf. Touch, pull up, see? Just on the chisel edge, touch and pull up, touch and pull up. Now, isn't that cool? I love it.